let's start your standard costing and variance analysis. I think mahaba-habang discussion to, no? And ayan, so let's start. When you say standard costing kasi, it's actually an accounting system used by some manufacturing company or any other company din, no? Hindi lang naman siya manufacturing company. That is to identify the differences or variances between ano ba yung tinitingnan nating variance. So number one, your actual cost, yung actual na nagastos mo versus yung dapat lang sana or yung standard costs mo. Now, the cost that should have been incurred is called your standard cost. And ayan, sa screen nyo, makikita nyo kung ano ba si standard cost. These are actually your realistic estimate of cost based on analysis of both past and projected operating cost and conditions. So, meaning ine-estimate mo siya. So, si standard mo, these are actually your norms or your benchmarks to do your measuring of performance. So, under your standard costing, hindi ka lang nagme-measure ng dapat mong nagastos versus sa actual mong nagastos or na-incur na cost. You also measure the performance and effectivity or efficiency of your different departments sa isang company. Let's say si production, si purchasing, si labor force. Titignan mo yung performance ng bawat division mo. Now, let's go to the main topic. Punta tayo sa materials variance. So, sa materials variance pala, and sa inyong direct labor variance, gumawa ako nung summary formula niya. Meron akong expanded, tapos merong naka-summarize.
Mukhang maganda yan. Maganda
Yes,
yan, ma'am. Oo, makikita nila yung summary of the formula for this standard costing kasi nakakalito talaga to eh. Sige, ma'am. Show it to us.
Okay, so para mas magandahan ka, no? Punta tayo dito sa PowerPoint. Balik ko dito. So, ayan, nakikita nyo ba? Okay. Dito sa materials variance, if you remember, natakal nyo na rin to sa cost accounting. But since we are here, i-review na din natin. Meron tayong dalawang variance dyan, your price variance and your quantity variance. Sinabi niya price variance. So meaning, ano yung magkaiba? Yung actual price and yung standard price using your actual quantity purchase. Now, under your quantity variance, ang pinagkaiba nun, yung number or yung quantity ng material na nagamit mo when you produce. Yun yung ibig niyang sabihin. So this one, yung total nito, itong side na to, on your leftmost part, ito yung actual cost mo to. Itong nasa gitna, ang tawag mo dito, ito yung budgeted mo. So, kumbaga, what should have been. Kung gumamit ka ng 100 na material units, 100 units, times, let's say, ang standard cost mo per unit is 50 pesos, yung 100 times 50, let's say, tama ba, 1.5, yun yung budgeted mo, yung what should have been. At yung nasa rightmost mo naman, ang tawag mo dito is yung standard mo naman. Ito talaga standard to, fixed to. Ayan. Okay. Now we go to your labor variance. Ganon din siya, friend. Okay. Ganon din siya. Nakaiba lang yung tawag, syempre. So, dito sa labor variance mo, ganon din. You have here on your leftmost side, yung actual. Ito siya. Sa gitna mo, ito si budgeted. And then sa rightmost, you have your standard. Now, yung difference ni actual tsaka ni budgeted, same to ha, same for material and labor. Yun yung para sa rate mo or yung sa price variance. Siyempre, pag nasa labor side ka, your labor rate variance. Now, the difference between your budgeted and your standard is your efficiency variance para sa labor. Kung nasa material side ka, it is your quantity variance. Now, I've written here the summary nung formula mo. So, ayan. Kung gusto mo picturean, okay lang. Kung gusto mong antayin yung material later on, okay lang din. Alright. So, daanan natin mamaya si overhead variance kasi mahaba-haba yan. Okay, let's go back to our questions. Now, I prepared here already a comprehensive questions na nandito na lahat. Okay, let us start. The following July information is for Marley Company. Makikita nyo dito, sinulat niya yung standard, meaning ito yung standard set by Marley Company. Now, you also have your actual costs. Actual production mo, ang actual na na-produce mo na unit, 2,750 units. For your material, ito yung actual na nagamit mo at your actual cost. Tapos, ito yung purchases mo, naka-indicate. Your labor, ito yung actual direct labor hours. And then, actual direct labor cost. Again ha, iba si standard, iba si actual. Si standard meaning, in-estimate mo siya. Si actual meaning, ito yung actual na nagastos mo. Yung actual na pinangbili mo. Alright, let's go to question number 1. Refer to Marley Company. What is the material price variance? Again, what is the formula for your material price variance? It is your actual quantity multiplied by actual price less standard price. So it is here. Magkano or ilan ba yung actual quantity? It is based on our purchase, syempre, yung material price variance. So, nag-purchase ka ng 9,000 feet. Magkano ang per foot mo na actual? 4.5 peso. Magkano yung standard cost mo per foot? Ito siya, 4.2. Alright, so 4.5 less 4.2 times 9,000 feet, that is 2,700. Now, nakalagay doon U, that means unfavorable. Bakit unfavorable? Kung i-multiply mo siya ng isa-isa, let's say 4.5 times 9,000, that is 40,050. Yung 4.2 times 9,000, that is 37,800. Ang ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung actual na nagastos mo compared sa dapat lang sana na nagastos mo or yung standard lang dapat or estimated. Yun yung gusto niyang sabihin dito. Now, ganun din yun mamaya. Let's say sa rate variance mo, pag unfavorable, ibig sabihin mas mataas yung nagastos mo para sa workforce mo. Now, let's go to second question. I hope malinaw tayo dun ah. Alright. Refer to Marley's company. What is the material quantity variance? Again, quantity, ang tinatanong niya yung actual na material quantity na tinatanong mo, yung difference. Your formula for this is standard price multiplied by actual quantity less standard quantity. Okay, what is your standard price? Our standard price is 4.2. Magkano yung actual quantity na nagamit niya? Sabi niya, 8,700 feet used. Ito siya. And magkano ba yung standard mo? Now, si standard mo, kailangan mo muna siyang i-derive. Paano mo siya i-derive? Ang sabi niya dito, ang na-produce mo, 2,750 units. Per unit, magkano ba ang feet na kailangan na material? Kailangan mo ng 3 feet para sa isang unit. So, you have to multiply that one. 3 times 2,750. That is equal to 8,250. It is here. So, 2,750 times 3, that is 8,250. 8,250 versus 8,7 multiplied by 4.2. Your variance is 1,890 na unfavorable. Okay, nakuha nyo ba yon? Again, dinerive natin yung standard na quantity bago tayo nag-arrive sa actual na naging variance natin. Kasi syempre si actual quantity given na. Pero si standard quantity hindi pa kasi ang binigay lang niya units of production. Okay, so balikan mo to later on kapag nakuha mo itong material natin. But I hope malinaw na siya sa'yo. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Dahil alam mo na yan at magaling kang bata or magaling kang estudyante, let's move on to number 3. Refer to Marley Company again. What is your labor rate variance? Now, after your material variances, let's go to your labor rate variance. Anong tinatanong dito? Yung rate. So, difference sa standard rate and actual rate versus sa actual na labor hours used. Now, what is your actual labor hours used? You have 7,000 direct labor hours multiplied by Your standard rate less your actual rate. What's your actual rate muna? Your actual rate is 7.9 per hour. Less standard rate na 7.5, you have 0.4. Uy, mas mataas yung actual mo kesa sa standard mo. So, alam mo na, meron kang unfavorable variance. Kukunin mo na lang kung magkano. So, 0.4 times 7,000, you have 2,800 na favorable variance. Should it be unfavorable? Ayan. Dapat unfavorable. Kasi mas mataas yung actual natin. Tama ba? Hindi ba ako naduduling lang? Okay. 7.9 per hour. Tapos yung standard mo, 7.5. Okay. So si number 3, it should be C. Ayun, tama. Unfavorable. Ito yung sagot natin. 2.8 unfavorable. Alright. Nakuha mo siya. Next, let's go to your efficiency variance. By the way, ang gusto niyang sabihin sa rate variance mo, ibig sabihin yung binayad mo sa gumawa ng material mo or yung binayad mo na wage dun sa mga tao mo na nag-produce or gumawa ng material mo, mas mataas kesa dun sa estimated lang na alam mong dapat mong ibabayad. So, anong pwedeng reason nun? Pwedeng mahal yung rate nung tagagawa mo kasi magaling siya. Pero pag favorable, pwedeng mababa yung rate. However, baka may nako-compromise naman tayo, you have to also check on that. Kasi sabi nga natin, i-check mo kahit favorable or unfavorable based on management by exception, lalo na kung material yung variance. But dito naman, since it is within the range, I think, siguro okay lang. Kailangan mo lang i-notify yung manager na in charge under your labor force. Alright. Let's go to your last one, your labor efficiency. Ang sinasabi naman nito is, gaano kabilis gumawa yung mga manggagawa mo. So let's say sa isang oras, baka naman isa lang din yung nagawa nila, yung ginagawa nilang material mo, maliliit lang naman, di ba? Okay. Now let's go to this one. Labor efficiency variance. Again, ang tinatanong niya sa efficiency, yung quantity ulit. So, actual quantity less standard quantity multiplied by your standard price or your standard rate. It's usually your rate kasi nandito tayo sa labor variances. Okay. Now, balikan natin. Instead of actual quantity, it should be actual direct labor hours. So, ang actual direct labor hours mo, magkano? Or ilan? 7,000 direct labor hour. Ngayon, ano ba yung standard direct labor hour mo? Balikan mo yung standard mo. Sabi niya, per unit, you have a standard direct labor hour of 2.5. I-derive ulit natin yung standard mo. Let's go back. So, 2.5 direct labor hour per unit times. Ilang unit ulit yung na-produce mo? 2,750. So, times 2,750. Your answer is 6,875. So, dapat pala may kalko ka rin, no, habang nakikinig ka sa akin. The best yun. Okay. Nakita rin natin siya dito sa solution. 2.5 times 2,750. That is equal to 6,875 versus yung 7,000. Aha, mas mataas yung actual mo ulit. Mas mataas yung actual mo ng magkano? 125. Now, multiply that to your standard rate, 7.5, you have an unfavorable variance of 938. Or kung sa calculator mo, makikita mo siya, 937.5, unfavorable.